morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome back to door number 9 of the Hallmark of Greatness Advent. I'm Anthony Burke, and with him as always are Joe Higgins.
Bonjour.
And Craig Lowe.
Ho, ho, ho.
Green Giant. Door number 9.
Ho, ho, ho.
Door number 9 is a perfect Christmas list. Evie struggles to resolve a conflict between her daughter and her granddaughter. To mend their broken relationship, she sends them to complete a list of joyous activities before Christmas.
Joyous? Ice skating?
Anything.
Stealing Christmas trees?
Oh, fucking
I know that part.
Yeah. It is Beth Broderick, Aunt Zelda from Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Indeed.
She wasn't good, though.
Oh my God, that's who the mum was. It's Marion from Happy Days.
No.
It's the mum from Happy Days.
Yeah.
Does that make it better?
No, makes it worse in a way.
Zelda was poor, which was annoying.
Yeah, I don't think you could do a lot with this. I think this is how she makes her money now. She just turns up and goes, right, what are we doing? What is it? So Sarah has written some children's books.
Sarah's a big author. She's
a big deal. She's
very
written
well known,
2 or 3 children's books and is just about to release a new one. Has to go back home because her grandmother
twisted her ankle.
Has got low blood pressure or something. And I'm
slipped off a step, sprained her ankle, but at the same time, if she stands up too fast, her blood pressure drops.
So we have to get all the family back to look after her.
Give her some licorice or something. Yeah. Give her a load of Chinese food.
They say she has to stay in her bed for a week. She's twisted her ankle.
And she fucking doesn't anyway.
No, she's up out of bed straight away to start rubbing it in.
She's like the granddad from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Here's the next challenge on my bucket list. Get on this.
with less cocaine abuse, yes. And so they have to stay there.
That's Sarah, the author, and her mum Zelda do not get along very well.
She will be known as Zelda. Don't get on for some reason. Because I thought it was going to be her stepmom or something. Yeah. No, she just hated her because she didn't go to Harvard. She chose to
become a children's author.
The
audacity of it.
Yeah.
Making all that money.
You know, she only becomes friends with her though when she realizes that she's famous, though, doesn't she?
Yeah.
When she can leech off her.
Yeah. When all her friends start going, oh, look at that, look at you.
Yeah.
Zelda wrongfully overhears the doctor saying that she's
a sexy doctor who makes house calls.
Yeah. Sexy doctor who's also a carpenter and makes his own furniture and is also
helps kids at the Christmas time
and shoves hot dogs up his arse.
The ultimate Hallmark man. This one.
So the grandmother Marion from Thingy isn't actually dying, but
no, they just said that she's selling her house.
This Christmas super special.
The point was that she was selling her house and moving. She misconstrued that as she was dying. Yeah. So Grandma writes a list of activities that appears to be very heavily cribbed from Sarah's book because they never go back to that. They just allude to it and then go, I don't know.
Oh
well. Number 1 is making Christmas cookies. The mum has bought a cookie gun.
No such thing. It looks like something that you would grout the.
It looks like a caulking gun, yeah. But Sarah's like, no, it's got all these preservatives in it, and apparently for some reason I only eat natural stuff, but that's never mentioned before, and no one really cares. Nope. So she goes to the market and does this bizarre thing where she picks up everything in the fridge and goes, not this, and puts it down. And picks up the next one and goes, not this one either. Instead of just using your eyes and not touching everything. Sarah's the cause of COVID.
Pre-COVID, when you could touch everything in the supermarket without fear.
And sexy Dr. Brandon comes in with a shopping trolley full of incredibly cheap lemonade, incredibly cheap hot dogs. And she's like, oh, you are a disgusting man for a doctor. And he's like, who the fuck are you, though?
Yeah.
Literally, you don't know anything about me and you're judging me by what's in my shopping trolley. I could be giving this to a load of feral dogs or anything so that they accept me as their leader.
Could be feeding poor, unfortunate orphans with this.
I could be shoving them all up my anus and firing them out of the window at passers-by. You don't know what I get up to.
That was something you mentioned a lot whilst watching this.
I was bored, mate. I had to make my own story, like Homer Simpson. And then we get the best, most subtle product placement I've ever seen.
Oh, it was awesome.
Goes round the corner to the baking guy and goes, oh, I need some of these. And you get this full 15-second lingering shot on M&M's.
Perfectly centre-framed pack of Christmas M&M's.
Wonderful.
All nice and shiny. And he's like, new M&M.
Guess who paid for this film?
Christ, I want my money back.
It'll cost them a $5, it's fine.
It's also worth noting at this point that the title of this film has already been said about six times at this point, 20 minutes into the film. Indeed, yes.
That's the new sound for. That's the new sound for whenever the title of the film is name dropped, and it happens about 5 times in this. But we're only going to do it once because it's a very annoying sound. They go home. They make these cookies. The mum the next morning has made cinnamon rolls. There's a whole fucking bit about her mum not some shit or other.
The mum is very serious, and she has been all her life, and she struggles to
let go because her dad died when she was young, and so she decided to assume responsibility for everything. What was the second task?
Stealing Christmas trees.
Oh, there she wants the grandma wants a proper Christmas tree. There isn't any within a 150-mile radius because the dad checked on Zingle. And so they decide to go and hack the top off the town's Christmas tree, like the bunch of selfish, entitled pricks they are.
Yeah, that'll do.
Fucking annoyed me, that.
Unbelievable.
I wanted him to get arrested.
That would have been a better film.
Yeah, and then Sabrina has to come and rescue him. Sabrina and Harvey have to come and... was he called Harvey?
He was called Harvey.
Yeah. But no, they decorate this tree. Then Grant's still in bed with a fucking actual Christmas tree in her room as well.
Yes. It's worth noting that there are several real Christmas trees throughout the house.
Yeah. A task 3, go ice skating for some fucking reason. But we do get, because we were watching this on YouTube, because unfortunately it was taken off Prime a couple of days before we had to watch it. It had copyright infringement on the music, so all we got was just the sound of people ice skating.
No speaking. 5 minutes of just...
I said to you, Jordan, I said it's like that...
the Mick Jagger,
David Bowie.
But it was, and it went on for ages. And the more it went on, I was like, I like this. They nearly have a kiss at this point, do the Doctor and Sarah. But
and
unfortunately...
some child just face plants into
the worst
absolutely yeets himself to the ground.
Just goes, ah!
Despite being padded up in hockey gear and a helmet, the Doctor can't help himself around a troubled child, so skates over, picks him up, sends him back to his dad. Then Sarah falls over, and he picks her up.
Fall over. It's the mum who falls over.
No, she falls over.
Sarah falls over.
Sarah falls over.
They go back to the side to find the mum, and she's like skating down like Bambi on ice. Yeah,
I remember.
Again, there's absolutely no fucking sense to this.
No, it was
at all. But Sarah, it's 2 days before Christmas.
It's always 2
so
days.
It's Christmas Eve, and she goes to him, "Oh, what are you doing for Christmas Eve?" And he's going, "Oh, I'm busy."
Oh yeah, she's trying to get a date with him.
What are you doing Christmas Day? I'm busy. Like, it's Christmas. I'm a doctor. Oh, she's like, "Oh, you're not interested in me then?" And he's like, "I am a doctor. I do have responsibilities."
Tis Christmas, and we have just met.
It's 2 days before, and you're asking, "Do I want to go out now?" No, busy, mate.
She has a stomp off. What's task 4? I don't know, invade Iraq, something like that. I don't know.
No, it's a photo with Santa.
Oh, this is where we get the second lot of
sound cutting out.
Sound,
Oh, also the version we watched on YouTube would pause for like 5 whole seconds of time, so we had to just guess what happened.
Make up our own plot,
which was better than this was. So
I especially enjoyed the knife fight that they had in the submarine. Oh no, wait, that's Under Siege. But yeah, they go to see Father Christmas. Father Christmas is this like skeezy fucking guy. There's some joke about a fishing magazine. I'd completely checked out at this point, to be honest.
We all had.
Let's move to the end.
And the last task is to help someone charitable. So they take all these toys to an orphanage or an orphanarium.
Yeah.
And talk to this lovely young lady. I think Miss Carrie, I think she was called.
Yeah. She's cooking the greatest hot dogs in the world.
And they're like, "Oh, who are there all these hot dogs for?" And at no point does Sarah go, "Wait a minute, I know a guy who's always sticking hot dogs up his ass. This is probably where he hangs out." But Christmas dinner is hot dogs and lemonade, which is it's a Limp Bizkit album, I'm sure.
Courtesy of the Doctor.
Courtesy of the good Doctor. And they're like, "Oh, that's awful." And they're like, "Yep, that's the orphanarium."
And then they randomly throw in a deaf kid who can't speak.
Yep. They go to hand out the presents that they've brought. This deaf kid. But to be fair, Zelda is screaming at that deaf kid. "What is wrong with you?" She's like, "She's deaf." Oh, yeah. She's deaf and her parents didn't want her because she was deaf. And I was
that is genuinely the reason they gave.
I was like, "Mate, I don't think you can do that legally. You can't just give your child up because their ears don't work."
This one's ears broken.
So no one has a present for the deaf child. So Zelda gives her a ring.
It's mentioned early on that she's got some rings she wears once a year from her dad, I think, or
some hokum.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, she looked, her heart grows 8 sizes that day. The next day is Christmas Day, I think.
Christmas Day, and we have all the orphans for Christmas dinner.
Yeah, they've got a big turkey. Everyone's laughing. Everyone gets a copy of the book, which felt very strange. And then they all go outside and play in some asbestos, and the sound cut out again, so we don't even know how it ends.
Well, there was a kiss.
There was a kiss, and I'm assuming she went, "You stink of fucking hot dogs." And it was a Christmas miracle. I couldn't give a shit.
God, out of 10, because that's done.
2.3.
Lovely scoring.
2.8 for me.
Gold ring.
2.8, and I'll split the difference and go 2.5.
Yeah, this was a steep. This is
cool.
Yeah.
This is the worst of Christmas movies. This is like so phoned in.
Yeah. It also has that really annoying thing that Hallmark films do, where it has like a boodalum bum 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 bum
all the way through.
Bum, 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 all the way, like a cheeky little mouse running around, right? And it's
Stop Jaunty music number 5.
It is, but it's all the time. It can't be jaunty constantly.
In conclusion,
not on rotation.
Never
did sort of need to be set at Christmas, but I couldn't have cared less. Could have been Thanksgiving, could have been a birthday party.
Get right in the bin.
No Nick Bakey, no Aunt Hilda. Yeah, rubbish.
I can't remember what that film was called already.
It was a perfect Christmas list.
Like, in conclusion, I was staying number 9, a perfect Christmas list. Anything else to add? Because no, I'm not.
No, I'm done.
Good.
Don't stick hot dogs in your ass.
Don't stick hot dogs in your ass. Come back tomorrow for game number 10. Thank you and good night.
Bye.
Au revoir.
One's about sneaking an elephant into Vietnam.